Let's go find this shithead.
Welcome to Dubai, 47. Today is the inauguration of the scepter, and the ceremony is well underway. You will find Marcus Stuyvesant near the building's signature art installation. While a paranoid Carl Ingram has ensconced himself in his penthouse suite, security on highest alert. Mr. Gray is already in position and ready to assist. Good luck, 47.
Welcome to Dubai. I am Matthias, the game director of Hitman 3. I'm going to give each mission a short introduction, starting right here in Dubai. Hitman 3 is the end of a journey, and Dubai is where it all starts. We wanted to give a feeling of being on top of the world before continuing the campaign into more brooding and intimate missions. One goal for the start of Dubai was to really set the stage early and give the player an immense feeling of vertigo and verticality. Originally, we had 47 step out of an elevator directly into the lobby, but we didn't feel like that gave us what we wanted in terms of setting the mood, urgency, and storytelling. One of the things we wanted to do in Hitman 3 was to bring the story a bit closer to the gameplay and have it be a bit more accessible and immediate. You can see the result of this already, having the gameplay start almost literally where the first cinematic ends. By having a short, linear, playable intro, we can have the player get used to the control scheme of the game, tutorialize the new camera item, and at the same time allow for some in-game storytelling. This sets up Lucas Gray's drive and purpose as the player is breaking into the skyscraper and into the sandbox, where the real gameplay starts. For subsequent playthroughs, our mastery system allows players to skip this part by unlocking new starting locations that lead directly into the sandbox. After breaking through the tunnels and finding their way into the inauguration of the tallest building in the world, we wanted the player to feel invited and being part of a very high-end event in typical Hitman fashion. This location is about the flash and the display of new money, which is in stark contrast to the targets and their lineage, who are both from old money many, many generations ago. They don't really belong in this place. You probably also noticed the big difference between the public-facing rooms and the worker crew facilities. One is very luxurious and expensive looking, while on the backside things are not as pretty. We always try to give contrast and do environmental storytelling like this in our locations. When playing this mission, we wanted to give the player a feeling of conquering the skyscraper, slowly finding their way up and unlocking powerful shortcuts as they explore, as well as mastering the general gameplay and level design. The first few times, it is more likely that players will have to go outside and climb up to one of the targets. But as they master the location, there will be more convenient and sneaky ways discovered. It is about discovering the Swiss cheese and mastering it.
Thornbridge Manor, the Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Welcome to England. Having just been in Dubai, with all that new money on display, the gold and the flash, and the perhaps unpersonal, we move into the inherited wealth and the established upper class of the old. We are in a rural, ancestral mansion in England where a family gathering is taking place, and a tragedy just happened. This mission is about taking out the last target of Providence, Alexa Carlyle, And what better place to do it but here, in her very own home where it all started. This mission is about infiltrating the lair of the lioness, getting close and knowing your target. It is the ultimate home invasion. We wanted the tone of the mission to evoke an ominous feeling and a sense of mystery. We wanted a mission that would tell very personal stories and unveil inner secrets. It should be a residence filled with surprises, and while playing it, the player should slowly unfold a story about the fall of a family empire, all the while seeing the vulnerable side of an Iron Lady. Of course, we did not miss the chance to add quirky family members and the special egos that you would expect in a place like this. In order to really drive home the sense of mystery, elevate the general mood, and to give a twist to the gameplay, we decided to add a whodunit in this mission. This would then also allow us to get close to the family as well as the target, showing Alexa's vulnerable sides. Perhaps also to be exploited to the player's benefit. It is very hard to miss that the event in this mission is centered around a murder mystery. Here, we ask the player to play the role of a private investigator to solve a very recent death, a suicide that our targets suspect is foul play. At first, we played around with giving away the PI disguise already outside, almost for free, just to let almost everyone experience it from the get-go, as there is so much gameplay in it. But ultimately, we decided not to, as that would rob the player from infiltrating the mansions themselves, which is a very core Hitman and fun thing to do. Instead, we teased the murder mystery very heavily in the beginning to try and catch the player's interest. When I played the murder mystery for the first time, in a very early state of course, I almost forgot that I was playing a Hitman game and was all in on solving the case. And that's what we hope that most players will do. The name of this mission is Death in the Family, and there is a lot of that in this mission. Alexa Carlyle is back from the dead, we have a suspect suicide of one of the house family members, and we have the death of an important character after. But there is more. There is someone in the mansion that is not done with the killing, and there's a legacy and history with the family that the players can learn about. The story is quite complex, and we suspect and hope that it will take our players quite a few sessions to figure out how everything connects. The same as mastering the gameplay and the level design. The start of Berlin was always supposed to be a cold open. Agent 47, all alone, no handler, no cinematic, no briefing, and no real mission objective. The only thing that takes us here are a few words in the cinematic after the previous mission. What is Agent 47 thinking? How did he even get here? How does he feel after what just happened? We wanted to evoke an eerie and surreal feeling when exploring the first area in this location, before the actual mission starts. Olivia is not answering the phone, and we have big black vans standing up behind a gas station. A dead body. So what's going on here? We looked at the entire start of this mission as an in-game mission briefing. After a bit of exploring, suddenly Olivia calls, and we're getting an explanation of the situation. Olivia wants Agent 47 to leave the area, but he has other plans. For the first time in the trilogy, Agent 47 must decide for himself. He wants to strike back at the ICA and formulates his own mission objective. This is an important step in Agent 47's story arc and his path to freedom, having his own agency. We feel that the entire journey, from starting alone on a road, not knowing what's going on, to suddenly finding yourself in the middle of a raging rave in Berlin, hunting down ICA agents, is a great and chaotic contrast to the slow and mysterious Dartmoor location before, and a twist on the gameplay. The gameplay twist is, there are a lot of targets on this map, and you don't know where they reside as they are blending in wearing disguises. And the player will only have to take out 5 of them. We believe that this makes this mission very dynamic and replayable, while introducing a new approach to the targets. Of course, you will have to explore and find them first. However, on the starting locations that are unlocked as part of the mastery, we decided to have all targets visible from start to make the mission a bit more accessible and let the player dive faster into the sandbox without having to worry about an identification process. The targets are always key characters in a Hitman game, and in this mission we have a whole bunch of them. On top of that, we have no handler and also no mission stories to guide the player. So we had to do something new in order to give the player a chance to learn more about the targets. Enter the radio earpiece. The earpiece gave us a chance to give the otherwise very anonymous targets on this map a voice and to be more personal. We had to avoid making this chatter too frequent and too annoying, but still interesting enough and to tell the player what's going on and keep on listening. We also used the radio earpiece to play up the drama when the ICA agents decide to flee. So the earpiece became a tool for us to solve all of these problems that came with having a different approach to this mission and its objective. Of course, the main event on this map is the rave. A sort of chaos that a character like Agent 47 does not really belong in. We treat the rave as a character in the club building that encompasses everything and it can already start to feel outside of the compound. We wanted it to sound and feel authentic, a place where a real raver in Berlin would feel right at home. As always in Hitman, there is a way to exploit the situation as Agent 47. Did you find the DJ disguise yet? If not, I encourage you to have a look around. There might be some deadly drops waiting to happen in the DJ booth.
Chongqing, China. This city is Big Brother's wet dream with more than 2.5 million cameras covering 15 million people. Privacy is a four-letter word in this place. It's pretty ironic that a cloak and dagger organization like the ICA keeps its most valuable secrets here. You'll find Hush conducting his fringe experiment in an abandoned apartment building, while Imogen Royce, the archivist, runs the day-to-day business of the ICA data facility. I just hope you know what you're doing, 47.
Welcome to Chongqing and the mission where Agent 47 is about to kill his past. We wanted this to be our in-city level, but a different one. In a big Chinese metropolis, you would expect big dense crowds, but we've felt like going in a direction that would better match the mood and feel of this mission. We have two targets, but this is more or less a hit on the ICA. We are here to take them down for good and forever break all ties with the institution that gave Agent 47 purpose for so long. Coming from a booming rave with a big crowd, we wanted something more serene and calm. A night mission, backstreets, very noir, very secretive. And the rain, of course. Not only there to give us location variety, but also to enhance the feeling that after this mission, there's no going back to how things were before. It is a point of no return. There are no more ICA-sanctioned targets after this mission, but it is also another very important step for 47 and his path to his own agency. The hope is that this also is reflected in the composed music with a church-like choir. Somewhere in this location is a big ICA facility, hiding away in plain sight. We wanted the player to explore and look around, spending time in the rain before finding their way in. So at the surface, this mission is a bit harder with entrances that are not always so easy to find. It's a location where shady things are going on and the player is encouraged to explore and discover. We have two different fortresses in this location, and while they share a theme of being very high-tech and futuristic, they are still very different in their nature. The actual ICA facility is clean, professional, and focused. It's about big data, and it's the space where the target Royce resides and where she is conducting her experiments, trying to bring the ICA into the future. The outer fortress is wilder and more rough, where shady experiments are taking place, not sanctioned at all by the ICA. It's an ad hoc improvised space, a place where the other target, Hush, is trying to realize his vision of the future of the ICA. and he definitely has a different approach than that of Royce. But in line with the themes of the Hitman games, they both, in slightly different ways, are about control, agency, and predictability. This is also something we lean into with the story arc of 47. There's always someone telling him what to do. We wanted to really show the relationship between Diana and 47 in this mission. And we do that in the ICA Data Core hack event. In this moment, 47 looks back at his past and is starting to realize the type of relationship he has with Diana. Who is in control here? And also, what is she doing in this very moment? It is supposed to be part nostalgic and part forward-moving, as 47 deletes all of these moments and then uploads the rest of the ICA files, exposing them to the world, killing his past.
Because you're not an idiot. Let's just humor him. Yates likes his little games. Don't be long.
You got my message.
You'd never get caught on camera. Not unless you wanted to be seen. So what's the play?
You're not the only one who's been busy, 47. I'm this close to becoming the next constant. I'll be able to dismantle Providence from the inside. Only one man stands in my way. Don Yates. That weasel was the partner's legal counsel for years. He's the top candidate. But remove him from the playing field.
It won't work. If Edward suspects...
I will convince him you acted alone. Retaliation for Grey. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
The Herald, Tamara Vidal. She has eyes everywhere, and they're all fixed on you. The plan won't work unless we take her out.
She never leaves my side for long. Whatever your plan is, I'll help you if I can.
You're sure about this?
As sure as I'll ever be. Here, I got you an invitation, just like old times. Come find me when it's done. Good luck, 47.
Welcome to Mendoza and the dance with Diana. We wanted this mission to be elegant, bright, and welcoming. With a dreamy, melancholic atmosphere that fits the trilogy coming to an end, we thought that a tango event was a perfect match for this mission. All the while with underlying tensions and a sense that something might go wrong. The setting is a vineyard estate in Mendoza, Argentina. As a location, it does not have much in common with the vintage year in Blood Money, but it is nevertheless a small throwback to that mission. Clearly, this mission is all about the return of Diana. For the first time in the franchise, she is a character in the sandbox. As in Berlin, the actual briefing for this mission happens in-game, and the main reason you're here is to meet Diana and together to escape the claws of Providence. Or so 47 believes. But what is she up to? It seems 47's loyalty to Diana is making him blind and is willingly walking into a trap. But Diana, the master strategist as she is, has a bigger play in mind. We poured a lot of love and passion into bringing Diana in-game. We wanted her to feel like she is part of the location and play a big part in how the mission can be completed. We wanted key moments to involve Diana as much as possible. Since our AI system don't allow Agent 47 to have allies in-game, we had to do a lot of manual labor and scripting to make it all work. And we believe it was worth the effort. We can see Diana and Agent 47 cooperating and working together on this map. But in a way, Diana and Agent 47 were never really partners. They have a very special relationship. In the end, we wanted Agent 47 to be free. For that to happen, Diana has to do some soul searching and let him go. But she also has a goal and a mission. No one is untouchable. And there is one last thing she needs to accomplish before she can stop using Agent 47 as a tool to do her biddings. And we can see the climax of this in the aftermath of this mission. And then, finally, when 47 is free, what will he choose to do? For the first time in his life, 47 is in complete control. Is there a world where Diana and Agent 47 can be true partners? That is up to 47 to decide.